Bez,
Laura.
how are you? Good morning.
Morning.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. How are you?
I'm good.
That's
I want to talk to you about fashion a little bit.
I've heard.
Do you care about fashion?
So we were talking about this the other day.
Me and you, or you and someone else?
Me and you. Well, no. When I say the other day, it was.
It could have been like years ago.
It was. Yeah.
That's true.
The I think I don't. I don't think I do, but clearly I do.
You must.
I
Care
think
a
everybody
little.
does. Do you think anybody doesn't care?
I think there are people who like to think that they don't care about fashion, and they say like, "Oh, I don't care about fashion," but clearly they do because they've chosen like, "Well, I'm going to wear a blue top with these trousers because that looks good with it." Do you know what I mean? Like, if you really didn't care, you would literally just wear like rags.
Rags, yeah.
Or like you'd wear a t-shirt that had like whatever on it.
Like a brown t-shirt with like pink polka dots, but I wouldn't wear that. So clearly I care about my appearance.
Yeah.
But you clearly do.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I do, but I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm like, yeah, I do care about what I wear because I mean, it doesn't look like it today very much. I look a bit like a sheep.
Oh, you look cool.
Thank you very much. I feel like a bit like a sheep in this, but it's warm and I get very cold very easily. Right, boys are funny, but men are funny. I'm going to generalise because, you know, life is fun when we generalise. But I do think men in particular are much more likely to want to play it off and say like, oh, I don't care about what I wear. I don't care. But you do. Like, what I think what they mean is I don't think about it very much, but which is fair enough. But in the morning, you do make a choice.
Okay, in the morning, talk me through what you do.
Well, I'm very different because I work from home, so I'm really not thinking about it.
But even then, like, okay, never mind. Okay, imagine we're going to see your mum at a garden centre.
Sounds like a great day.
Right.
That honestly sounds like a great day.
And you are choosing what to wear.
Yeah.
Talk me through what you would do.
Well, you know me. I always look at my wardrobe and I say I hate all my clothes. I think I always have an issue. I open the wardrobe and I go, yeah, there's nothing I want to wear.
Is that a woman thing as well?
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah, I think no, not just a woman thing. I think it's people who like care about clothes thing because you've just seen on social media like a really cool outfit or like you've just seen some really cool things and you look in wardrobe and you don't have any of that and you're like, oh, I can't make the outfit that I've seen that I want to make. I'm limited to this stuff. And I don't like this anymore.
Like it costs an awful lot of money to keep up to date with the current trend.
It doesn't have to. If you're clever about it, it doesn't have to. So I need to be better at this. I'm not very good at it. But some people, they have this constant cycle where they buy, they sell it, and then they buy again. So like they would own this for like 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks, that's ridiculous. Maybe like 6 months. And then they would sell it on like a Vinted or something and then buy
like some kind of secondhand.
Yeah, like a secondhand app, yeah. And then buy something else secondhand. So they're never buying anything new. They're not like contributing to fast fashion, but they're always like refreshing the wardrobe.
Okay, so
I just can't be bothered with that.
So you open your wardrobe in the morning and you think, I don't have anything to wear.
Yeah.
But then you do put something on. It would be disgraceful if you went to the garden centre naked. So you wear something. So how do you choose what to wear? Like, do you care about, well, this goes with this, this doesn't go with that? Because as the opposite, I have some trousers, like I have some joggers that I wear if I'm teaching. If I'm going out somewhere, I'll put on some jeans.
Oh.
And I have some blue jeans and I have some black jeans. I have one pair of black jeans, one pair of blue jeans. I just choose one.
Yeah.
I don't think about which one. I just go.
But jeans go with anything though. You don't have
So this morning I went, black. I just saw the black jeans first. I picked the black jeans. Then I opened my wardrobe to look at my tops, and I just see something and I just choose it.
If you have an entire wardrobe filled of exclusively jeans and tops, you can't really go wrong with that. They're going to go with most
So why don't
things.
women do that if they're complaining about?
Right, we need to stop saying women and men. It's people who are interested in fashion and people who aren't interested in fashion. So people who are interested in fashion, because there's so many more options than just jeans and tops. And that's the whole point. If you're interested in fashion, you like your clothes, then you look and you go, what else could I do? Like, obviously I could do jeans and a top. That's a good thing. But I could do this good. I'm actually really bad with trousers. I don't like buying trousers. So I feel like I take what my issue is. Right, here's my issue. Let me tell you. A lot of the outfits I really like the look of require ironing.
Well, yes.
And that's one thing I refuse to do.
Oh, you like the look of the clothes?
Yeah.
Right.
So like that kind of like oversized. So like how I'd picture myself if I had a stylist who did all my clothing for me would be I walk around, I've got like a flat red shoe, like a flat red or like a flat burgundy ballet shoe.
Right.
Then I've got like a tailored trouser, but that's like nicely ironed. And then maybe like an oversized white button-up shirt that's like tucked in on one and like hanging out the other, and like a bag.
You'd find it funny what I'm picturing now. I can't imagine. What do you mean? Anyway, yeah, okay,
But
okay.
that requires a lot of ironing, and I refuse to do that in this life.
We don't have an iron.
No,
we don't have an iron.
I know. That's becoming more, I think that's more, yeah. Because who wants to spend all their time ironing? That sounds rubbish.
There's something that seems quite therapeutic about it.
I actually have to do it every week.
No, every week, no. But there is something quite therapeutic I can imagine about it. Can you ever imagine a world where fashion like disappears in any way?
How come when you mean fashion disappears?
Just like that the world decides, let's just not care about this anymore. Let's just all wear like in the like you know in movies and when it's the future.
Yeah.
People just wear white tops, white trousers, and it's very clinical. Do you think that the world could just become fashionless and people are just or not?
Well.
What?
Maybe physical fashion becomes less and less. Because if we're going into like VR not multiverse, metaverse. We're going into like not AI, like VR metaverse world.
Yeah.
It's
strange though. Sorry, can I just say it's strange that I laughed at multiverse, but I'm completely accepting the idea of a metaverse. Like we've just accepted. It's weird, isn't it?
But then your physical clothes that you're wearing when you put the VR thing on isn't that important, but the clothes of like your avatar. So imagine if we live in this world where you go to the office but you're in the metaverse and everything, then you buy clothes, but it's clothes for your little avatar.
I swear that people have already done that, where you can buy like food in the metaverse, like McDonald's. There's like a metaverse McDonald's,
and you pay for it.
I think you do.
The world's doomed.
I think you do, which is ridiculous. I think I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think you do. I also think it's kind of existed already with like video games. So with video games, you can buy like skins.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's
but it's just.
It'll be.
I've never done that.
You can buy digital clothing now. We watched a whole video on it, the Sophia Nygaard video.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Go on, explain this.
Where people have.
This is crazy.
Because there's a lot of people who only care about their clothes to post on Instagram, right? Like, so they're Instagrammers and they want to post their outfits on social media. They don't actually need the clothes, whatever. So you can buy digital clothing. So like you send a picture of you choose what you want to buy. So you could get these amazing pieces for like really cheap. And you send a picture of you just kind of neutral, and then you send it off to this company and they edit on the clothes for you, and then you can post it and go, look at my clothes.
That's mental. That's mental, Laura. That's mental.
I know, but that's what I mean. So when you say, will fashion not be a thing, maybe physical fashion will become less, but digital fashion steps in.
Let me tell you.
Please tell me.
There was. I think you'll know what I'm talking about.
I bet I will.
There was a time where I did care about fashion. You know what I'm talking about. I'm from Wales, and there was a Welsh TV programme where people came to kids' houses and gave them a makeover, basically. Would you call it a makeover?
It was always kids.
It was always kids. It was like a kids' TV show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest, I did not apply for this program.
Yeah,
I did not. The drama teacher's son was doing it, and they needed somebody else, so they asked me. So they just said, "Oh, can you do it?"
And they gave you a makeover.
I said yes. And they asked me, who do I want to be like?
Who's like your fashion icon?
And I said, who did I say? I said
Efron?
No, I didn't say Zac Efron. He said Zac Efron. The other guy said Zac Efron. I said
great.
Justin Bieber. This is like in like 2008,
Whoa,
kind of with the bowl haircut. Would you call it that?
Back when you had hair.
Back when I had hair.
It wasn't the bowl haircut.
Yeah,
it was
that's true.
The swoop.
The swoop, and the kind of the purple hoodie.
Yeah, purple jeans.
Purple jeans.
Yeah, Justin Bieber wore purple jeans.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't wear purple jeans in this makeover.
It's the funniest footage I've ever seen. So I remember you telling me about you're on this TV show, this makeover TV. Well, how old were you been?
How old would I be in year 8? Kind of
12.
11, 12, 13.
And he said when I was 12, I was on this TV show, this Welsh TV show on Welsh TV to have a makeover, and he described it to me, and then he went, but the footage, I don't know where the footage is, I can't find it.
That's true.
And he was like, don't know where it is. And the TV show was called Salon, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember I was around his house one day, and his dad just left the room and came through and went, Salon? And he had it on a DVD, and I went, ah! And I was so excited to watch it.
Were we even talking about it? He just went to the other room and just brought back the DVD.
Excited to see the footage. And then there's this bit where you have to do a photo shoot in it, and you're like,
yeah, I've got. But then they mixed up, and I was dressed like Zac Efron, and he was Justin Bieber.
I don't think there was much difference.
No, there wasn't.
We were both just in like colourful
But
trousers.
that was the first time that unless when I was maybe like a toddler or something, that was the first pair of jeans I remember owning.
Wow. I'm sure you had jeans before then.
Probably, but I remember I was a chinos guy.
Yeah, I think I remember the first pair of jeans I owned. I remember being very excited because me and my mum had gone to the shops and we'd bought like a whole outfit, and I remember being very excited about.
For you, not for her.
No, for me. And I remember having a little photo shoot in it, and I was like,
a photo shoot,
not a photo shoot, but like take it, and it was like a long sleeve top and like flared jeans,
wow.
And I loved those jeans. Did you ever have school discos? Did you think about what you were going to wear to your school disco?
No.
No to the school disco, or no to caring about what you're going to wear?
I think we had a school disco in like year 6.
Right.
I do remember that. So maybe when I was 11,
and
10,
would you have
11.
cared like what thing?
No.
Really?
No. I would not have cared. I'm honestly, I would have just put on clothes. I would not.
You were a bit of a hand-me-down kid, weren't you? Anyway.
Yeah. So my cousins, I have 3 older cousins, and so the oldest cousin, the 3 of them were brothers. So they lived on farm. Well, they still live on farms, and so they would have like these kind of like outdoor farmery clothes, and one would be passed down to the middle child, and then the middle child to the other one. And then to me. So I would have these
4th generation jeans.
Yeah, but then I had a cousin younger than me, and he would have my clothes.
Wow.
Goodness me.
I remember my mum had a friend, and her daughter was like 3 years older than me. So I would always get like, because I was big, so I would fit into her clothes when she grew out of them. So mum would always go, got some more clothes from Sophie. I think I always got more clothes from Sophie. I was like, ooh, and she always had really nice clothes. So
that's nice.
I used to get quite nice hand-me-downs from Sophie. So that was.
So do you remember the first time that you started to care about what you wore?
Yeah, I remember being like a little girl going to
a little girl. How
really little, like going to church on a Sunday. Church dresses were massive. Like, what was I going to wear to church? It was
you, not your mum involved in this conversation. You would just be in your room going, "What am I going to wear?"
No, I remember like wanting to have a choice and wanting to have an opinion on what I was going to wear at age like 4.
But why? Okay, so there must, in my opinion, there must be some kind of why was there such a discussion with you about what you were going to wear? But until I was 13, 14, that's when I at least started to care a little bit.
I do think
so what's the difference?
I think there is a thing with like mums and their daughters.
Yeah.
I think that's a little thing of like, oh, what are we going to wear? Like, sort of like, I think that's kind of a thing of mums get very excited to dress their daughters up looking all pretty, and then daughters get very excited because their mum's excited about it, and it kind of just passes through. But my fashion when I was a kid was very much influenced by what media I was into at the time. So when you enjoyed
The Office.
When I was about 4, I was obsessed with Annie. Like, obsessed. From the age of 4 to 7, I was obsessed with the musical Annie. The musical
Annie, yeah.
And we went to a concert last night, and the woman sang a song from Annie the musical, and I cried my eyes out. So I was obsessed with Annie, so I only wanted to wear red dresses, because Annie wears a red dress at the end. So at church on a Sunday, I was always in red dresses. Then I was very into Scooby-Doo.
So you dress like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Isn't that right? Is that right? Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
No,
wow.
It went between Daphne and Scooby-Doo. So sometimes I only want
Daphne and Scooby-Doo.
No, not Scooby-Doo. Not Scooby-Doo. So
like in the movie with the afro. Really?
No, I wanted to wear either a purple dress, or all purple, or brown trousers and green t-shirt. So that was all I wanted to wear. Then what else would I have been into?
Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff.
Yeah, like I was just influenced by the things I was watching. Oh, The Parent Trap. I only wanted to dress like Hallie from The Parent Trap.
Right.
So she had like cool denim skirts and stuff. So yeah, it was very much just influenced by I wanted to be these people in the movies. So I think that's where my interest in fashion came. It was wanting to maybe just become someone else. I don't know. No, like wanting to just copy what I saw.
Okay, I'm trying to think. When I was a kid, I did have a few like Bart Simpson t-shirts and stuff, right?
Yeah, you would have liked that.
So maybe I did. Maybe I did choose those but then it wasn't about how it looked or wanted to fit in or wanted to show off. It's just because I like The Simpsons.
That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids' first interest in fashion, though, isn't it? Just going like, I want a t-shirt with that on it because I like that.
Yeah. So maybe that was you were just a more mature version of that, where you like the thing, but obviously there's no Parent Trap t-shirts.
I would have found it.
You would have found it. Yeah. Interesting.
I've got a question. Do you think you judge people on their appearance, like based off like what they're wearing? So if someone comes in, they've got an outfit on, are you going to judge? Do you make a decision about, I think I know what kind of person you are? I think we all do.
I think it's hard not to.
Yeah, unless someone's just very neutral. If someone's going to make a bold choice in their fashion, you're probably going to make a judgment about them.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. And is that a bad thing?
I think that's part of why we dress why we do, because we want people to make a judgment about us, a positive one. So like, you decide, if I wear this, people will think I'm this. I think that's partly why. I know we're supposed to just dress for us and what we want to do, but I think a lot of what we do is the image we want to put out.
Yeah.
Do you not think? Like, you wouldn't go into a job interview with, like, you're in your tracksuit, would you? You'd go in because you want people to think you're very professional, put together.
Yeah.
So I think we all do that. Do you think you make a decision of how you want to be seen by the world based off your clothes?
I think yeah. Go on, then you speak for me.
No, you please.
No. Go on. What do you think? What do you think? My.
You want people to think that you're very laid back, very casual, down for anything, chilled, because otherwise you'd be in shirts and suits and everything. I think so. Do you think that?
I agree. I mean, yeah, I suppose. And you as well. Do you think your fashion has changed? Like what you like?
Well, I don't dress like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo anymore. That's
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Imagine if I was sat here in like a green top and brown trousers just without realising.
I think that your appearance has changed a bit as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but even since like maybe university, even at university, well, you used to wear more like skirts.
Well, I think it's just your environment, isn't it? Like we teach from home. Why on earth would I put a skirt on? Like it just you do it based on what the need is and who's.
But you wouldn't have ever owned that kind of like 3/4 zip jacket before. I
dress for comfort now. I think I dress. My goal with fashion is to be comfortable, but look good. I never want to wear it. That's why I don't want to iron. I'm not going to iron. Steaming is just as good. If you have a steamer, you buy clothes that don't need ironing. Like I never need to iron this. I never need to iron my jeans. And then you every now and again you have an outfit that does need a bit of a thing. Steamer on it.
Do you? This is a question I've asked. It's a bit strange question that I ask my students, but when I talk about kind of appearance and things like this with people that I teach, I ask this question. It's a bit of a strange one. Do you like how you look?
God, deep therapy. I'll be completely honest and I'll say, yeah.
yeah, that's fair enough. But it's strange. But it's strange that people would think that's big-headed.
Yeah,
it's strange, isn't it? That, like, if you like how you look, people think that you're big-headed. You're showing off.
Don't get me wrong. If someone had like, oh, I'll give you a magic wand. Are there things about you that you want to change? I'd go, yeah, go on then. Pass me that wand. I'll do a couple things, maybe.
No.
Oh,
you don't need to do that at all.
Thank you.
No, they're not. Sweet. You're great.
No, but I think most people would have something that they would. Like, if you had a magic wand, would you have hair?
No, because I care more about how easy my life is without it.
Yeah, and I prefer how you look with no hair.
That's by the by.
Do you think people think, when they see you, think differently of you because you're bald now, before you were bald? Do they think you're like a different kind of person, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. When I go to the football, I sometimes, like, my friends are at the pub, so I'm walking to the pub and I'm in probably the worst clothes that I own because I'm just going to the football. Yeah. So I'll just wear like just some tracksuit bottoms, like my old trainers and like just a hoodie or something. And occasionally I'll forget my hat or something. And I can see how I come across. I come across slightly more intimidating than I am.
You are intimidating.
I'm not an intimidating person. But like my appearance, like when I'm walking, especially like when it's cold or something, my eyebrows are down and I'm just walking like that. I think people would judge me differently.
That was one of the things why you were a bit like you, and we've got friends as well who were kind of going bald. And they don't want it.
Who was going bald?
Louis. Louis was our friend who was going bald for quite a while. And we knew a couple of people who were going bald. And I think there was that reluctance to shave it because they thought, oh, it's not going to suit my personality. Because they think, oh, I've not been bald before. And suddenly if I'm bald, am I like a different kind of guy? Is that like a different vibe? But as soon as you're bald, it completely suits you.
I just don't think men cut their hair as much as... Well, they get their hair cut.
Yeah.
But they don't change their hairstyle and mix it up as much as... women do, possibly.
Yes, it feels
in
like
general.
one thing.
Whereas, like, do you think that there's a difference? Like, if you cut your hair short, you've had your hair short. I think you just.
I cut my hair all the time.
Yeah, you kind of just flip and flop between the two, don't you?
I love it.
Do you think that you feel different when you have a shorter hair to longer hair?
Yeah, it's definitely a different style, 100%. Like longer hair.
Different style, of course, but like, do you think that your vibe is different?
I think people would assume I've got a different vibe. I think when I've got long hair, I just look like sort of typically feminine, just like woman. But then I think when I've got my really short hair, I think people think I'm going to be more quirky or a bit more like different, maybe stronger. I don't know. There is these weird things that we associate with looks, and it's mad that we are able to make such judgments about people based just off how they look.
Yeah.
But that's fun. And that's why I like cutting my hair, because you've got this instant way to just go like, I'm going to completely change my whole vibe. I'm going to cut my hair off. I love that. And it grows back. I love it.
The last thing I'll say.
Go on.
When we said, does it matter about your appearance and does it matter about, like, can you say something about different people? I think it's a fact of life because, for example, like in a movie, if you were making a movie about something and there's a character, and the character is give me a typical, just a random character. A librarian.
Yeah, a librarian.
Living in New York.
Lovely.
They would, and then the costume people working on that film, they would give that librarian, we can all imagine what they would give that librarian.
Yeah, long hair, glasses, and a cardigan.
And like, maybe, yeah, or like, and like kind of a greyish, brownish clothes, that kind of thing. They would not give him like, or give them like a leather jacket and spiky hair. They just wouldn't.
No, yeah.
Whereas if somebody was in a rock band, then you would. So there must be these stereotypes that people fall into with fashion.
They come from somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, very interesting.
Very interesting discussion, as always. Do you want another cup of tea?
Probably not.
You sure? It's unlike you. Sometimes you chain it. Sometimes you have tea after tea after tea.
Yeah, no, not anymore. Not anymore.
You're doing better. Well done.
I
Recovering tea addict.
Yeah, I used to have maybe like 7 or 8 a day.
Yikes.
I think. But now I have 2 or 3, I think.
Well
Laura?
done. See you next time.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.